Hello, and welcome to Baddie Pride. Thank you so much for joining us for our very first production of Stew Pot. We also wanted to thank Evil Hat Productions for sponsoring this series. And if you want to have a copy of Stew Pot for your very own, be sure to stick around until the end of the video for details on how you could potentially win your own copy. And start. Hey, howdy, hi, y'all. Welcome to episode 2 of Stew Pot. We are doing some fun stuff for Baddie Pride, and this is session 2 of our Stew Pot game, Hearth and Holler. Before we dive too deep into stuff and things, I'm going to allow the cast to introduce themselves, and then we'll dive right into our story. Yes. So, we're going to start with Blueberry.
Hello. My name is Bluu. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Jasper Axsyn. Look, what pronouns does Jasper use? Any. Say he, any. My beautiful little spirit caller, now turned matchmaker. Should I popcorn it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna popcorn it to Sateenbonnet.
Hello, my name is Satine. Pronouns my name, none, and I will be playing Leonius La Rose. I gotta get used to it. And their pronouns are they, them, and there once was a seer, still a seer, but now they're a handyman. A handy person.
Hello. My name is Apelegeuse. Pronouns any and all. I will be playing Katressa Fearson. Pronouns they, any. They were once a rogue of the shadows and the dark, and now they are a bartender.
And I am Alix. I use they, them pronouns. I'm going to be playing Garen Gruff. He uses he, they pronouns, and he has a cute little red panda named Bobo as a familiar. He used to be a Beastmaster Barbarian, and now he's just a little farm boy, and it's great for him. Okay, cool. So let's dive right back into Hearth and Holler. So the first mini game that we're doing. Should we do a recap? Is that a thing we should do? How would we do a recap for this game?
Why not?
Okay. So I guess I can talk about some of the stuff. And whatever details I miss, y'all just fill me in, I guess.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah.
basically we learned that this group has been traveling together for a while. We saw the final moments of our final battle where everyone was just like tired
Ugh.
and ready to be done with it. Um we found Myth my Sarah's is what is the name of our island?
Maisha's embrace.
Maisha's Embrace. Oh
Close.
my god. I was like, who is my Sarah? Okay, anyways. So we found Maisha's Embrace. And it's a beautiful island with pink and gold coral that is known for its healing properties, making the water magical. It's great. We got to build our tavern a little bit. And we saw uh our our party get their enchanted items either destroyed or changed. Um, I know Lawos got handy person tools, and
Mhm.
Garen, my little bab, he got gardening
Yeah.
materials.
Garen gave up his armor for gardening materials. Leo gave up
Mhm,
their sword for these beautiful obsidian tools. Cat
mhm.
gave up a cloak. A cloak of
Cat certainly gave up a cloak, and the cloak gave up right afterwards. Yes,
yeah. That cloak went
directly
kaputs.
afterwards. But hey,
Jasper's cloak also went kaputs.
But it was a
it's
good
in the wind
thing.
now.
It's in the
It's
It's
wind.
a
in the
good
wind
It's
now.
beautiful.
it's a good
Letting go of
thing.
old, let go of the old, out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
But
Um,
Jasper did something really nice though. He gave it to Garen,
I
so little
did. I
Yeah.
turned it into a small bird with golden beaded eyes. And it had some of that warmth that that Garen shared with Jasper one night. Uh, which is how they got the cloak in the first place. Yeah, we fucking what else did we do?
Oh, Katressa played kickball
Oh
with a
yeah, with
bunch of little babes,
Mabel.
with Mabel and the kids.
Yes.
And also
A delightful
Jasper
little
did a
keepsake.
matchmaking doohickey
Yeah,
with
Tor Jafon, Florist and Floribay. That was the first couple that Jasper ever
yes,
matched. Garen
yes.
discovered his neighbor, who did Miss Alms, Turtle Granny.
Miss Alms,
They
yeah,
had
Turtle
bamboo tea,
Grandma.
and Bobo got a crocheted hat.
Bobo did get a crochet hat. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I need a Bobo stuffy so bad.
Oh,
It's
yes.
gonna be so cute. Okay, so that's all of the fun stuff we got up to last time. Let's get into new fun stuff. All right, so the first game that we're playing today is Off the Clock. Uh,
Let me
I
quickly look at
should
the book.
have pulled that up. I think I pulled it up. It exists somewhere in life.
Page 90
Page 90. Thank you.
or
Off the
91,
clickety
actually,
clock.
if you type it in.
Gorgeous. So I can read out the little blurb. It says, "It's been a while since you've all had a proper day off. Things are slow right now, and you can get away with closing up for a day. Where do you go after the tables are wiped down? Who's heard every story you have about the worst people who have walked into the tavern?"
Oh, I love this. My character is
This is
absolutely a
interesting.
I
gossip.
do
That
like
is
this.
canon. Who chose this one?
I don't know who chose this one. Apple, was this your game?
I believe so. Yeah, I do like Off
You,
the
Okay.
Clock.
so you should do us off. Start us off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. So come with me for a second for a lovely word picture, but I do think like this is we're just getting started. The tavern's picking up a little bit. We just upped our atmosphere last time, so it's nice, little
Mm-hmm.
cozy. It's homey, but it's not like taking off. It's not.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's a cute little place, but it's not taking off, so we can afford a day off. And I think like at least for Katressa, if not the party as a whole, like days off are a new concept almost. It's a lot different than the kind of never ending, march of adventuring from one crisis to the next. There's always something wrong with the world, always something to fix. And so I think this is the first time where they just have a bit to kind of wind down and have like actual downtime without the looming threat of some kind of world ending apocalypse um, kind of looming over their heads. And I think Tressa, how they would spend this day is, I think, like practicing, like mixing like non-alcoholic drinks, just like mixing things for fun almost. I think just kind of like playing around with a bunch of things on the top shelf. And if anyone else like on their day off would kind of like breeze through them, they would absolutely be like, "Hey, do you want to try this real quick?"
Yeah, absolutely. What is it?
I have no fucking idea. I can't read half the shit on these labels.
And I think you see like Bobo wrapped around Garen's neck, and y'all can't hear, but Bobo says to Garen, "I wouldn't trust that if I were you." Garen does it anyway because he trusts Cat. So I drink immediately down this almost viscous kind of liquid. What did you put in here, Cat?
So I think Cat, like when they were like starting this tavern, like stocking up the bar and stuff like that, Cat knows poisons. Like that's like their that's like their expertise. So they just kind of like checked off like one of everything, like just in case like someone wanted something. And a couple of the labels are just in languages that Cat cannot fucking read. And so Cat's been trying to like figure out like different ways to like store what they are calling the emergency shelf. And so she's like testing out like different like sorting it by expiration dates, sorting it by like the style of bottles, sorting it by like like year of like manufacturing. This time Cat has just been sorting it by color, and just kind of like mixing them by color. So you just get this fucking like red, almost like deep crimson, like the last crack of sunset in a glass. Um, and just slides it over towards you. I would say it tastes. See, I'll just roll something.
Got me drinking blood wine.
It's a nice normal D6. I'll tell you, it tastes not fucking great. It's
Oh,
like a strange mix of like berry and like fruity and just like mixed with like random ass spice and like various like blood wines and things like that. So it's an interesting combination. But you see like Katressa's eyes. She's got her sunglasses down and her like chin's in her hands as she's like leaning over the bar. So how is it?
Garen is
She's beaming at you. She's so excited.
Garen is not gonna try and hurt Kat's feelings by being honest. So you see Garen go, "Mm, mm, it's great. It's great. Good job, Kat. Keep working
We
at
can put
it."
on the menu.
I would talk to Jasper about it,
Garen's
or
about to keel over. Absolutely not. Jasper just walks past behind Garen, like with a bundle of like herbs.
Jasper, would you like to try? I'm
No,
calling it. I think. Could I see?
sorry, love. Jasper like gives you a very like I cannot just expression and fucking goes to hang the herbs upside down so they can dry.
oh yeah.
Maybe Leo will.
I think.
You hear in the distance, absolutely not.
Leo said absolutely not.
I'm slipping it into your drinks.
I'll kill you.
Hey yo.
Jasper immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Leonis is like, I'm not doing that. I am sensitive to that. I will change colors into the drink.
I'm full, thank you.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Garen, for at least being a bit adventurous as a former adventurer.
Anytime, Kat. Anytime. And Garen's gonna limp his big ass out of the goddamn out of the tavern.
I think as
Jasper will
Katressa just kind
follow
of like
with the
stares,
tincture.
beaming, smiling, nods to herself. All right, let's try orange. And she will get back to work.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. So I think as on Garen's day off, after like swallowing and processing the red that Cat gave to them, um, I think you see Garen gardening. Not bamboo this time, but flowers. Not because it serves any purpose, just because gardening is very meditative for him. And so he's not growing crops. He's not growing for Bobo any bamboo. It's just peonies. Peonies, roses, daisies, petunias. Things that smell nice and feel nice and are nice to look at. And I think you hear Garen sort of humming a little tune to himself and talking intermittently to Bobo, just enjoying his time. Um, hmm. And I think his hands are dirty. He's got dirt under his nails, and Bobo is curled into a corner off to the side, um, like looking at Garen, but not really paying any attention. And you see Garen digging into this soil with his little trowel, and you can actively see the flowers like blooming for him as he sings. So yeah, that's where you find Garen. You find Garen on the side of the tavern in his flower garden.
Aw, I love that. Does Bobo like flowers?
Bobo is indifferent to flowers. Bobo cares about bamboo and potentially finding a mate. And he cares about Garen, but other than that, couldn't care less about flowers.
Bobo said,
Cares about food though.
I'm
You
looking
can't eat
for the
flowers.
hoe.
Yeah, literally. Bobo. Bobo is looking for the
Bobo
hose for real.
matchmaker arc when
I'm on it. I'm fucking on it.
we find another panda.
Find Bobo a match, please. Thank you so much.
That may happen soon.
You might. Who likes to go next?
You wanna go, Satine?
Can I invite Jasper out with me?
Yes. Are we gonna go have tea?
No. I don't know why I said like that. I think Jasper doesn't. Jasper. Leo doesn't stay at the inn for today. Um, I think because of the fact that they've been building, certified now, the roof is not leaking anymore. That is 10 out of 10. They want to go try to do something else. So for today, they go to. I had the name of it, and they go to Saint. Is it Saint Grun's Grotto?
Mm-hmm.
And start collecting seashells.
Jasper would absolutely join you on that. They have this big ass beige sun hat on. Um,
Matching both.
absolutely. And I think you see Jasper kind of like squatting in the sand. Uh, their knees are very close to their chest, and they're watching a little hermit crab like look for a new shell. And they have lined up like several different shells in like a little half circle, hoping that this little crab chooses one of them. Leo, Leo,
I
it's
had
about to
I had
choose.
I had to mute because it was so cute. Um I think Leo right now, as they're like, as you're like waiting for the choice moment to
Mhm.
get that crab and like crab, the hermit crab in there. As like in the distance, they see you are like tempting fate with a hermit crab and see if they choose their home. They are basically at the coastline, walking, actually on the ground this time, walking by the shore, the what's it called, the froth of the
Mhm.
ocean, touching his toes
Oh my god.
and looking for really beautiful shells. And they're picking up anyone that, you know, in the distance you see like a mermaid come up, and it's not hmm, these mermaids are um large, in charge.
Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking.
Like they're like at the bay, you see hands coming out of the depth of the sea
Mhm.
and picking up like sharp nails, bluish scales
Mhm.
out of the sea and just dropping shells by the feet of Leo. And
Mm.
I don't know if you sharing the same language as Leo, but there is like a undercutting like hum going back and forth with them. You hear it like a little chorus, like a um you know how like a guitar when it goes pung like
Yeah.
that? That's what you're hearing, but it's like each tone is different. One is high, one is low, and Leo is like
Hmm.
smiling at them.
If
And
I
then
may,
mhm,
I think this would be a great opportunity to do my call spirit ability. I can summon the
yeah.
hidden and the dead, and I like the idea of like, Jasper's whole thing is that they are very connected to like their past lives, and I like the idea of one of their past lives being of the same species as Leo. And we just see like this ghostly spectral jellyfish, them kind of like floating in the air, but they have the, I don't know what like the big bulbous whatever part of the jellyfish is called, but like that is covering half of their face, and you see their hand up just whispering in Jasper's ear, like translating. Because Jasper saw that big ass hand come up and is like, whoa, what's happening? And then like saw the offering and they're like, what is going on right now? And they didn't want to like interrupt that moment, so they call upon a homie real quick.
I think what you hear is kindred. Here, I share a bounty. And they go back and forth and says, like, they talk about how the ocean feels this morning time, how the currents are, and Leo's talking about this is not where my main current is, but if you could, can you send a message to my family?
At that
And
point, Jasper would stop listening. They're gonna give their friend their privacy.
you have that continuing, now you hear that continuous hum and back
Mhm.
and forth, and the hand is like two hands like giving out like that pause like this, and
Aw.
then shells in their little bag that they have, they gather it up and they bow to the mermaid, and its hand slowly goes back into the depth.
That is so fucking cool.
I just think I really like monstrous mermaids.
Give me eldritch
So
fucking big ass mermaids.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yes.
that's holding
Monstrous
up the
Mermaids
Into
is
island.
where
it.
I was going with this, to be honest.
Mhm.
That's where
Mhm.
St. Grug's came from, is I wanted creepy, shark-toothed, blue-skinned
I
mermaids,
want
and the
mermaid
fact
the
that
size
they're
of
now
fucking
giant is great.
mountains. Yes.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Jasper sees you wrap up this conversation and completely has forgotten about their little hermit crab. But at that moment, they're like, oh, and they look down and they see the hermit crab is gone, and none of their shells were chosen.
Can I put a little
Yes,
flavor
please.
for the hermit crab?
Mm-hmm.
You hear a crunch.
What is? I look towards the crunch.
You see an all black cat staring up to you.
It just ate the fucking hermit crab.
Yes.
Oh. Jasper will pout and say, "Well, I suppose that's just how it goes." Staring at this cat.
And it says to you,
Oh.
meow.
Like not like a cat, but just meow. Like
Yeah, and it says meow.
oh. Jasper blinks very like owl like and is just staring at this cat and it starts whispering out like Leo, Leo, Leo.
Leo is coming back to you because they saw that what's going on, and they come forward and they said, "Oh, you're back. Hey, Fancy.
Know each other.
Yeah, that's my familiar."
Oh.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Right. Having their little snack.
Now they're eating the shells too.
Jasper will I think smile affectionately at this little fucking familiar and give it a couple scritches behind the ear.
And it starts like rolling over, and it when you feel it, it feels wet,
Hmm.
but the fur looks dry. It's like your hands is in like rivets of water, but its fur is intact.
I love this cat. I love this fucking cat
Is
already.
this a cat? Is it a cat? We don't know.
It just
But it's
said
fancy.
meow. It didn't meow. It
Meow.
said
And
meow.
it keeps saying meow.
Jasper is like, this is strange, but you're adorable, so I guess that balances itself out.
Imitates purring.
I've had enough of this. Stanza.
How does it imitate purring? What does it sound like?
Does it
Okay.
literally say purr? I will lose my shit.
Purr.
Correct.
It's canon.
Oh
Correct.
my
Purr.
fucking god.
Correct. 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 The
Purr,
only way that a cat is supposed to
purr.
purr. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much.
fucking
Yeah, this is her. It's
yo.
interacting. It's like I think Leo just looks at Fancy and um just pets it and shows you the shells that they have. And they say to you, "Do you want any?" Before I never really got a chance to actually make beautiful stuff. So
Hmm,
I'm thinking if I break down some of these shells and make them into masks, I could sell them later on.
I think that's a wonderful idea, and I would be honored. And Jasper will hold out their hand so you can choose one.
Okay. I think they go in and they pick up like this huge blue and golden conch. Um, make sure there's nothing in it. And then because you know how conch,
Mhm, mhm.
I don't like how they look. And they hand you one, and they're they just smile at you and they say to you, "Thank you for coming out, with me today." And hand you the shell.
Jasper takes it and is examining it with like an eye of wonder and a very wide grin, and then looks back at Leo and will say, "Thank you for having me. This has been." And they kind of just sigh and like look out over the water where the mermaid was, and will say, "I did not know that they were that big. I'd love to meet one. You have to introduce me."
Oh. That was the smallest one.
The small. Oh,
Can you
I want that.
swim? How long can you stay in the water?
Yeah. and
I start guessing. 5 hours? Two
no.
hours?
I
One
give it
hour?
40 minutes, maybe.
40 minutes.
I should work on that.
I think you should hear the little judgment.
Like Jasper
Can't stay
points to
under.
their fucking moth wings, like, "I am not a creature of the water, darling. Sorry."
I think Leo was looking at you like,
You
yes,
know
I
what?
see that.
They stare at each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you hear also another crunch,
Oh my gosh.
and Fancy is eating the shells that not your shell, because they now that know that's yours, but they're eating some of the shells in there. And Leo quickly picks it up and says, "Fancy does have a big appetite. Let's go ahead and go home."
Let's. So, shells and shellfish? What else does Fancy eat? And I think they'll have that conversation, like, as they walk back home.
They start listening. Trees, boulders. Um, they like forks, but it has to be upside down, and
Huh.
spoons. Yeah, haven't seen them in a while either.
Absolutely taking a note of that to put the spoons and forks where Fancy can I get them.
And it trails behind them too.
I love that. Um, these were really great scenes. I have been trying to figure out like what Jasper would do on day off. Um, but I don't know. I like the idea of it. Hmm. I like the idea. So one of the prompts is there's a traveling troupe of performers in town for a few days. Have you met any of them before? I like the idea of the troupe having been like a former party of Jasper's because they were like a party hopper or whatever, but they are not aware of that when they like first see the flyer. They just see the flyer and they go to everybody like, "Can we go together? I think it'd be lovely. We haven't had a day off in a while." Like dangling the fucking flyer to everybody, and maybe they somehow convince like the party to come with them. Um, and yeah, they're just I think they.
No more testing the orange. We are gonna move on to blue, but let's go out for today.
Nothing good ever happens in a carnival. It's always some kind of fey trap.
Not all carnivals are fey traps.
Name
Look
one
on the
carnival
bright
that's
side,
not a
Cat.
fey trap.
Jasper
It'll be
stares
fine.
at Cat.
Let's go to the fey trap, and Katressa will put the Bluu away.
Off to see the wizard. Yeah, we go to this.
Actually, literally.
Actually, literally, we go to this carnival, and I feel like it's your typical carnival. Honestly, there's like you can fucking do the dartboards with the balloons, and they have like the fucking water gun station, but you have to use like your magic instead of like an actual water gun. They have a little goldfish catching station, but the goldfish have are like kind of like piranha-esque, so they are biting the fucking hooks or whatever that people are trying to get them out with. Nobody's winning at that. And there's like a big top there. They're doing gymnastics and the likes. But I think the real prize for Jasper is just traveling through it, like and indulging in all the stalls and the rides and stuff. Um, I think we see Jasper with the literal bundle of different sweets in their arms, and is like the gang is kind of like lined up, and they're like, "All right, so here's a Stoke one for you, here's a cotton candy for you, and this one is a sprinkle muffin, but I don't know what that is, but it looks delightful, so try it." And they like shove it in Garen's face.
Garen takes as you like shove it in his general direction, he just opens and and like he tries to talk with cheeks full of sparkle muffin or sprinkle muffin. Sparkle muffin is cute.
I like them both.
And he goes, "It's really good. Everyone should have this." Nobody understands what the hell he's saying.
No, but Jasper is beaming nonetheless.
I
I think
think
Katressa's just like found their way to like a cotton candy stand. She's like, "So this is called fairy floss, then?" And she's like staring directly at Jasper with an "I told you so" face, and she'll get one. And just start like absentmindedly, just like snacking on it.
Oh my god.
I think Leo is. I think they went with Cat because they seem like that. Cat's not. Cat thinks everything's a trap, so I'm just gonna go walk around with them, and I'm just sharing the cotton candy as you eat it. It's not going into their mouths; they're just sticking anywhere on their body, and it slowly absorbs into them.
I love
I was
that.
just like watching this, utterly fascinated.
And it's like
Um,
swimming through the sugar, swimming through to like this unknown black area into their body over here.
oh wow.
I think Cat will be watching that until they see like the crazy ass piranha like fish stand. Um, and I think
They
they
want to
have their
win.
sunglasses on now because it's bright as hell outside, but they'll just like slowly.
Are you slowing nod your head to say that you want to win?
Uh, and Katressa, without a word, will just start like walking directly over towards uh, the fish stand, and I'm going to use Cat's Grace to unleash a extraordinary agility to catch one of these fish.
Oh my
Just like
heavens.
reaches a hand, like doesn't even like use the hook, just like snatches a hand out, grabs one of the fish, and is like holding it up like to like the stand man. I'd like this. Katressa's just walking around with like a little like piranha fish in like a little like one of those plastic baggies now.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I think Garen is looking at and for all the strongman competitions. So, like the thing where you take the big ass hammer and you hit it on this little platform and it rings the bell up top. I think he is abusing the hell out of that. He's having a good time with his dragon bone war hammer situation, and he's just bow, 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 and racking up like so many stuffed animals, so fucking many. And you see I think the like person who's running the strongman thing is looking so exasperated. And there's like a line forming behind Garen of people who are trying to do this competition. And he's refusing to let up. He just keeps banging on the thing.
I think you hear in your head, it's time to go, Garen. Let other people have a
One more
Aw.
time.
turn.
One more, just one more.
No, like
Yes, one more.
you hear,
Oh.
Yeah.
and it's like the stare in the distance, like staring daggers at you as the scene of all these people in the line. I said,
Jasper
there
is
was
is
go.
squealing. There we go. There we fucking go, Garen. Nice, very nice.
Garen has a certified menagerie of stuffed animals, like at least 12 of them. And he's so fucking pleased with himself. He's carrying them all in his big ass arms the way he normally carries produce. And he literally skips over to Leo. You want a stuffed raccoon? I got one.
I think I looked through all of them and like, can I have the narwhal?
Yes. And he like adjusts some stuff. Stuffed animals fall on the ground.
And and I think they look at it. It's like I guess is it the big one? I guess because they keep winning, they got
Yeah, they're the big ones.
the top one, and I
Mm-hmm.
think they're taller. That the narwhal is like this pinkish, kind of goldish, kind of stuffed animal with like a huge, like long tusk because they're narwhals have tusks.
Yeah.
That's coming out. That's silver and goldish too, and they look at it and you see that they say, "Huh," and they smile at it and they look at you and they say, "Thank you, Garen."
Hey, no problem. You got the sea unicorn. And he like scoops up the rest of his stuffed animals, runs over to Cat. Cat, look at what I got. You want a raccoon?
Cat will just like look at Garen. I'd love a raccoon.
Yes. And
They're the
Garen like
rogues of the animal kingdom, you know.
really? And like shoves this massive raccoon at you. It's big. It's like it's just ridiculously large.
I'm writing this down as a keepsake, and you can't stop me.
Yeah, we have keepsakes,
Yeah, I guess
Love
you
remember?
it.
should.
Oh yeah. Let me
Remember
write down my
also,
show.
note to self, if you use one of your powers, it turns into a townie point afterwards.
Oh
So just
shit.
remember.
I
Ooh.
used one of my
Got a whole
powers.
ass apothecary point.
I also have a point.
Ooh.
Okay, what should I choose? Hmm.
I kind of want to use one of my powers now.
Hey, we still got some games, so
God,
if
we got plenty
We
of games left.
do. We got plenty of games left.
to the audience out there, when we hit 3 town points, that is practically the end of the game. So yes,
Sad face. Sad
sad
Mm-hmm.
face.
face.
Sad face.
So we got 1 point before, and if you use a power now, that's 2 points.
Yeah. Once we use up all of our adventuring job points,
So,
we're fully integrated into the ground. We got it, you know?
yeah,
Who's-
we got it.
Mm, okay. I'm a little sad. Okay.
It's fine.
I really enjoyed the day off game. How do y'all feel about the scenes? Do you want to add anything? Do we want to move on to the next game?
I think what I
Thing.
will. Oh, go ahead, Apple.
Nah, go ahead. I was gonna say I think that is everything, but what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say at the end of the carnival, um, it's getting dark. The waves are coming in, and everyone's feeling like um, I guess like a moment of just being happy in the moment with everyone. That we go back to the inn, we go back home.
Yeah. Garen is
Beautiful.
skipping with his menagerie of stuffed animals. And Bobo is like trailing very exasperatedly behind him because he's used to sitting on Garen's shoulders, but he can't because there are 20 goddamn stuffed animals. So the number gets bigger every time.
Jasper is drunk and flying um through the air in a very haphazardly way, bumping into people's
Just
heads and
If
shit.
I think if Jasper is drunk and attempting to fly, Katressa's arm is just sort of like around them and keeping them from drinking and flying,
Jasper
keeping them in like idle conversation.
thinks they are flying then.
Leo got their end of their feet.
just like carrying this. Oh,
And we
that's
walk
great.
off into the middle distance as a star wipe fades and the camera goes to black.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That was good. I
That was
like that
very fun.
game. Okay.
Which minigame is
So
next? So that was mine. Who's up next?
that was your
What's on our
game.
list? Let's see.
Next up
It's market
is
day.
Market Day.
Good
Market
day.
Day.
Give me the brain cell back, nigga.
Listen, I can't help it. I can't help it. I
Y'all
had
did
to
it
use
2
that one
times
time.
today.
Twice, yes.
Okay. So the little blurb, it says you would never have guessed how many things a tavern needs to operate on a day-to-day basis. It feels like you're always at the market. In your previous life, you would have just thrown your coin at the nearest merchant to get what you needed. But now that you're tied down to one place, it's not as easy to get everything. Buying something isn't as straightforward as a simple transaction. Still, calling this place home has its advantages. A trader saves something special for you or throws in a little something extra as thanks for your patronage or for that favor that you did them last time. It's nice.
What page is it on, Alex?
65
Thank
in the
you.
PDF. Yeah. So anyone can play. We will need at least 2 players. Choose between being a shopper or a merchant. I think I'm going to be the shopper. Cuz I mean, it makes sense. Garen runs like the food stuff, but I mean, he would need more seeds probably,
Mm-hmm.
like to continue to grow things. Potentially more fertilizer or compost depending. Definitely more fertilizer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Compost is easier to come by. So who would like to be my merchant?
Hmm.
I could be a merchant.
You want to be a merchant? Let's do it, buddy. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So Garen, you see Garen has Bobo around his shoulders and he's left his hammer at home for the day because it's unwieldy and cumbersome and he's got lots to carry back. Fertilizer is not light and you see him sort of like walking forward looking at a list. Okay, fertilizer. Bone meal? Yes, bone meal. Should probably get more flower seeds.
Did
And he
somebody say seeds?
Seeds. Yeah, I said seeds. Hi. I'm Garen. What kind of seeds have you got?
And I think you see this like little shop. It's like a nice like wooden building, but the storefront man, he's like very clearly like sitting outside, just kind of like looking for passerbys, and you talking to yourself out loud, the perfect customer. You can see just like little gnomish man, sun-kissed sin, a large straw hat, and he takes a piece of weed out of his mouth. And what seeds you looking for, there, young man?
Oh, wow, so many. So we're almost out of carrots. We need more onions, more garlic, more spinach and kale if you have it. And also, I love some violets. It's I don't know if it's the season, but we would love to have some. Also, sunflowers. So many seeds. I'll take whatever you've got.
That's a lot of seeds, young man. Luckily, you're at Creed Seeds. We got the seeds to help you succeed, and other seeds suck. Am I right? Am I right? Come on in here. And he just walks into the just
Garen
walks into
is
the shop.
immediately charmed and is taken in by this person, and you guys can't hear, but Bobo says, "This guy is strange." And like Garen ignores him, like, you don't understand. They're talking back and forth. And Garen, like, happily walks into Creed's seeds and picks up like a little carrier, a little shopping basket, and goes into what does Creed's seeds look like?
Creed Seeds, I would say, looks like a mess. There are shells, right? There are shells. They're like very like neatly labeled and stuff like that. However, you can see sort of like up in the rafters, you can see a bunch of like squirrels and like little aprons and bow ties, sort of like storing away, like they're trying to like store away like seeds in like their various places. But for the most part, there are a few like haphazard piles over there, and you can see Creed as he is walking is like just like reaching his hand like into these like haphazard piles of seeds and like plucking out like individuals like twos and threes that do to your knowledge do appear to be the seeds that you're looking for. He seems to have an almost encyclopedic knowledge of like which piles contain what seeds. So he's just like plucking things out for you. It's like, listen, what did you say? It was carrots, onions, sunflowers. What else were you running low on?
Garlic, violets,
Garlic,
kale, and
violets.
spinach.
He's plucking
Mm.
stuff out as he goes. Listen, now what kind of revenue we working with here, son? You want a premium seed? You want some affordable seeds? Some economy seeds? Coach class seeds? What
Coach class seats. You know that meme of the white lady with the math symbols around her head?
the equation? The equation?
That yeah, the equations and shit. That's Garen right now, like like very. He's trying to calculate money, and he like
Mhm.
pulls up a little like a little pouch, and it jingles a little bit, but not too much now, because I mean it jingles a little bit. It's not like Cat and Leo trusted him with all the damn money.
Yeah, I
Um,
think when you pull it out, there's a note on it.
what does the note say?
Buy what you need, not the first. Like it just lists stuff like barter, please.
Barter.
Barter, please, before you. Do not use it in one place. Please. Thank you. And that says Leo on the bottom. What does Jasper would Jasper add anything on there on Blue?
Jasper would sneak in like 2 gold coins. Well, the note, like it'll be like with like the pouch, it'll be a tinier pouch within this pouch, and that pouch is like the 2 gold coins or whatever. And well, actually, let's say they're like, I don't know, these like coins made from marble. That's the currency here. And so it's these 2 coins made from like this white and gray and black marble, with a mermaid's tail imprinted upon it. And the note says, "This is just for you."
I
That's
can
so
get a little
cute.
treat.
On the bottom of
Okay.
that, it says, "Don't jingle bag in front of merchants. It's already if it already has happened, go to 1 and 2.
Jasper
Barter."
circles barter, yes, several
Katressa
times.
underlines barter 3 times.
We're all in different colored ink, so you know who wrote what.
So you see Garrett has already jingled the bag, and then like you see the note falls onto the floor. He's like, crap, and picks up the
Oh
note
my god.
and looks at it and goes, barter, please. Don't
What was
jingle
that
the
there,
bag.
son?
Barter. Yes, Creed.
Oh,
Hi. Is it possible for me to barter for these things?
you see, he kind of places his hands on his hips. Well, absolutely, sir. Let's see very quickly. Well, let's see. For all this, he kind of like takes his seeds into a pile. Because like it's like you see the squirrels like sort of putting them into like neat piles, and he's putting them into like these cute little baggies. What say we start this at? We'll say 15 marble coins. Now, what would you like to barter, Mister?
I'm Garen. Garen Gruff. And this is
Aaron Gruff, nice
Bobo.
to meet you. I'm Creed. This is Creed Seed. Our seeds help you succeed, and other seeds suck.
Indeed. Uh well, I was told to barter.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that you need found? I used to be an adventurer, you see, and I'm really good with animals. I can help you with something if you need help.
You see Creed kind of think for a moment and go, hmm. Well, I used to be something of an adventure myself. Nothing too crazy like fighting monsters, but I did some competitive diving back in the day.
Oh.
Um, the old body won't let me do it no more. But there was a particular pearl that I got that I was rather fond of. Now, one of these guys, and he gestures towards the squirrels, they saw fit to bury it, for the winter, just in case they needed it later. But as squirrels are wont to do, they forgot where they buried it. Now, usually squirrels forgetting where they bury things. It's good for the environment. Helps things grow. Seeds planted means trees in the future. Pearls don't grow trees. Not sure if you knew that, young man. But if you say you're good with animals, I'd be overjoyed if you could help maybe work with some of these squirrels to help me find that pearl.
I'll see what I can do, Mr. Creed. And you see Garen rushes off and is like he starts you squeak squeaker squeak squeaking squeak squeak and like talking to like, talking to these squirrels.
Emperor's New Groove it. Yeah. Good
Exactly.
God.
So he starts squeaking at these squirrels, and I think I'm going to use my handler experience because I can do that now. I'm gonna use my handler experience and talk to these squirrels, and I think one of them like runs up my arm, like he's like head squirrel in charge, like head nigga squirrel, and so he runs up my arm and he starts like me and this squirrel are having a conversation, squeak squeaking, squeaking or squeak, and the squirrel goes talking back, and Bobo looks so exasperated, this poor dear, because the squirrel is like right next to his tail. And uh Garen gets the directions and like takes off following this absolute wave of black and brown fur, leaving Creed's seeds and heading into the back of the shop.
Oh, there he goes.
And you see you see all the squirrels. Garen has his trusty shovel with him, a little his little spade with him, and you see he gets on the ground. Bobo gives a big yawn and goes and curls up on one of the on the top of one of the barrels of seeds as Garen gets down on all fours and starts digging in the ground with the rest of these squirrels who are digging in the ground until one of them goes, "Hey," and Garen looks up covered in dirt, covered in like moss and greenery, grass stains on his little pants. And he looks at the squirrel and goes, "That's it! You found it!" And the squirrel deposits a huge pearl in Garen's hand. And Garen and the squirrels like walk back into Creed's seeds much more casually now. The head squirrel in charge is sitting on Garen's shoulder, and Bobo sitting on the other shoulder, looking very put upon. And he walks up to Mr. Creed and hands him this pearl. Was this what you were looking for?
You see Creed's eyes go wide as saucers, and he very gently takes the pearl from your hand, kind of holds your hands for a bit, clamping it like a clam with the pearl, and says,
Hmm.
"Thank you. This is exactly what I was looking for. Who'd have thought that the Earl of Squirrels was the one who hid the pearl?" And he takes the pearl from you, places it in his breast pocket, and he will sort of make his way over towards the bags. He's got them on like a nice little neat tray for you, hands it towards you. Yeah, you know what? This pearl's worth a lot more than a measly 15, marble pieces. I think you've earned these, good sir. And, if ever you want Creed seeds again, you feel free to stop by. I'll get you a nice little discount, all right?
Hey, thanks, Mr. Creed. This is awesome. And you see Garen takes he has like a little tote bag, like a canvas tote bag, and he puts down his little basket and dumps all of his spoils into his little tote bag and neatly places the basket back. "I'll be back soon. I forgot to get fertilizer, but I've run out of space. So I'll see you in 5 minutes." And he jauntily walks out of the door.
I'll see you
Um,
later, old chap. And he just closes the door behind him. You hear jovial whistling as he retreats back into his shop.
Alex, can I
Creed
ask?
seeds. Uh-huh.
Um, you see beside you as you jauntily thing a black cat, and it looks up to you, and its mouth is filled with seeds. Still
Uh,
hear meow.
oh, well, meow to you too. You coming this way?
And it nods its head.
Cool,
And
let's go.
you see like it's like now it's like a big cat because
Mm.
it's filled with seeds.
Wow. This might be good for fertilizer. I might not need as much as I thought, huh?
Oh yeah. I didn't think about it. You could just get Fancy could make you fertilizer.
Fancy could make me fertilizer.
They eat everything.
They do eat everything. And off Garen goes whistling a happy little tune with Bobo resting on his shoulders and Fancy walking beside him. I like Market Day. Market Day is fun. Also, does that mean I get a town experience now?
You click it off and then
You
it'll
do.
take that little power and then you could choose another ability for town wise.
Ooh, can I? I think I'm gonna go with preservation. Make food taste better and last longer. So now we've got better food, potentially. Who knows?
Yay.
Hell yeah. So, okay, was that browsing heading home? Once the shoppers have all they need, take a moment to look around the market. What do I treat myself to? I forgot I got 2 marble pieces. Okay,
2 marble pieces.
I got 2 whole marble pieces because Jasper gave me marble pieces. And so as Garen is walking past, I think I need another merchant, y'all, because Garen wants a cupcake. Is there a bakery nearby? Let's see. Uh, I think who would like to be my merchant first and foremost? Because this is gonna be your shop.
I would love to do a bakery.
All right, wonderful. So you tell me what the bakery looks like, and I'll tell you what cupcake I get.
This bakery is light pink walls on the outside that are brick and a hot pink top that looks like a little whipped cream swirl. Its tiles on the roof are multicolored, so it looks like sprinkles. And like outside of the bakery, you see this very tall orc femme being. They have like this very long braid and like several like facial piercings, and they are dressed in this very like this dress that looks like it was made of like shades of red like flower petals, and they have a little like a tray in front of them, and the tray is like hooked around their neck, and they say cupcakes. But anybody like cupcakes? I have lemon bars, brownies, chocolate chip cookies, so many things. Oh, would you like to try some? And they like kind of come up to you a little bit too close, and then she's like, oh sorry, and then takes a step back and is holding out the tray with a bright smile.
Garen is immediately smitten. This glorious, beautiful orc femme that is bearing sweets. Garen has a bit of a sweet tooth, and Garen goes, I would love some cupcakes. Yes, please. I have 2 marble pieces.
Oh honey, the first one's on the house.
Really?
She gives, like, a little wink, um, and then we'll kinda shuffle to the side and say, "Come on inside and see what else I got."
Yes.
And she is walking away and leads you inside, and it's truly, like, kinda like, Willy Wonka teas, like, it is just lined with sweets, and it is such a cozy feeling in here, Yeah, so she goes behind the counter, she, like, takes off the tray, she smacks her hands on the counter, she'd like, "Take a look around. See what catches your eye?" Like I said, first one's on the house, so make it special.
First one's on the house. And I think you see, Garen made the horrible mistake of shopping while hungry.
Mhm.
And so he's got 2 marble pieces and they're burning a hole in his pocket. And he sees like a lemon pound cake that looks delightful. he sees chocolate raspberry cupcakes that have little hearts on, and that's the thing that catches his eye first and foremost, is the chocolate raspberry cupcakes. And he bends down, looks at the little glass display, and you see like the little anime drool mark on him, and he goes, "Ooh, that one looks really good, miss. Uh,
That one's special. I made that for my sweetums.
your sweetums? That's awesome. Can I is there another one that's not for your sweetums?"
No, no, no. I made that in honor of my sweetums. You can have that one if you'd like.
"Oh, yes, please."
And I think she kind of just wags a finger, and you see the cupcake like float towards you.
Ooh, Garen is normally very, uh, how do I put it? Voracious is the word. So he's really quick to shove it into his mouth and just eat the whole thing. But he's trying to be a little bit more gentlemanly in front of this beautiful orc femme. So he takes a regular sized bite, which is still a pretty big bite for
I'm
Garen.
normal
Garen's a
about
big
food.
guy. So Garen. So Garen takes a regular bite, and just still a pretty big bite, and he like you see his eyes get like stars and he starts sparkling all over and he's like, "Wow, this is
Mm-hmm.
really good."
That's why the first one's free, because it'll have you coming back for more.
Oh, I would have come back anyway. How many of these can I get with 2 marble pieces?
About half a dozen.
That's perfect. My friends will love these. Can I have half a dozen, please?
And she nods and begins to kind of flit about behind the counter and prepares like this beautiful little box. Some of the cupcakes like in the little stand in which you first saw it kind of float over very jovially and set themselves within the box all neat like. And she closes the box and kind of wags both fingers the way like the person what is the maestro, is that what it's called, the person who like leads an orchestra, yes, in like such a
Mhm.
manner, and a little lace pink bow is tied like on top of the box to keep it closed, and she picks it up with both hands and exits from around the counter and presents it with like a little curtsy, and she's like, here you go. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I'm Garen. We're kind of newish around here. We run the tavern, Hearth and Holler.
Garen. I've heard of that place. Your friend Jasper talks awfully kind about you all. You know, they recently got me a date with that handsome seed fella from across the way. And she like begins to cackle.
Oh, Mr. Creed. Mr. Creed's great. He's an
Mr.
awesome fella.
Creed. Like a little sing song. Yes, yes. Well, be sure to tell Jasper I say hello. My name is Alice, and you come back anytime now.
Thanks, Miss Alice. I'll let Jasper know. And he hands over the 2 marble pieces. And Bobo, you see Bobo gives like a little sort of deferential little nod. And uh Garen takes this wonderful box of confections and literally skips his way out of Alice's bakery, up the road, heading to Hearth and Holler. He does not stop skipping. It is a long goddamn walk.
I love
And
that.
off he skips.
Little sweetums.
It's a little sweetums. So that was our second game. And that's really dope. I think that's actually a really good place for us to take a break. So we will be back in 15 minutes after we're done being human beings, and we will play some more.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Period. Okay, we are returned. We are back from being human beings, and we are ready to dive back into our game. Our next mini game is going to be a friendly tavern brawl. So I'm going to read our little blurb, and then we're going to get into this. Every tavern has its rowdy patrons. You know they're good at heart, but sometimes when the ale is flowing and spirits are high, things get out of hand. How do you handle the situation? So, who wants to be a brawler? I might be a brawler.
What
I
page
think
is
it would
it?
be fun to be a brawler. 93 in the PDF. Mhm.
I would say to set this up,
Mm,
I 100% think it should be something around the dartboard.
I agree.
Around the what?
The
The dartboard.
dartboard.
The dartboard that nobody can win.
Oh,
Except cat.
except cat. Do you think it's a night of cat, like a bed, like a very uh crowded night? Cat has been ringing niggas' pockets all night. And
Yeah.
maybe like a drunk patron comes.
I think like now I'm gonna say that we maybe be like 6 or 7 months in, and
Mm-hmm.
we're actually starting to get people to come into our tavern because now that the place is not leaky and it kind of looks like it's more welcoming, that people are coming in, and we're starting to see regulars. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the person maybe is a regular, but they never played darts with cat.
That's true. So in my head,
That's a fun
this
patron.
brawler is a seafaring person. Like because we're on the water, and they give pirate to me because I was like, they're drunk. What would they do when they're drunk? Sing a she said, oh, yo, a pirate's life for me. You know, that bullshit.
Sorry, what was that she
Um,
shanty? What are they
oh,
saying?
yo, a pirate's life for me.
Yeah, I just wanted to check. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, that's about it.
Jotting it
That's
down my note. Yeah.
that's what pirates talk like to me because I've never met one. Or they could just be Jack Sparrow and do like this a lot. I don't know. Um,
I have the
s-
closest gene to me and Apple has the closest genes to Caribbean ship people. So
Hmm.
careful there.
Say careful there. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. Okay. So I think this person's name is Smee, just because it reminds me of Captain Hook. So Smee is having a really rowdy time. Oh, I can't believe these spirits. They've gotten so good. Thanks so much. And taking a long swig of his drink
Thanks.
before
I call it orange.
orange. Well, that's new. You don't get a lot of those on the ocean. Let me see. Scurvy.
Deeply funny. Thank you. Exactly my humor. Continue.
So you see, I think he gets like sort of sucked into this game of darts. Like, is Cat already playing with someone? Or is maybe there's a game already going on?
Maybe there's like, let's just say, because I know in the beginning I think there's maybe a pattern that cat does, but
Hmm.
people are starting to notice that, oh, there's a dartboard there, and people are playing, and I think there's one person that keeps winning. Even if cat wins, they found the dart that maybe goes to that area, and it's like it's not planned, but
Mm.
it's like they shoot it and it goes to the bullseye, and it's been doing that 5 times already,
Woo!
and they're betting on it as
Woo!
more and more people come in. So let me see who I'm gonna say this person is. What people we haven't had that we need to think? I think they're gonna be a cat person.
Ooh,
Um,
yummy.
like trying to think with it. Like patches, like black and white, uh has a patch over one eye, and their name is Ren. And they're racking it up. Like they're like, okay, let's bet on it again. Let's bet on it again. Let me see if I can get bullseye. What's our currency? Marbles?
Marble pieces.
Marble pieces. 40 marble pieces if I get the bullseye again.
40 marble pieces. Now that's something I can get behind. And here comes Smee
It's
grabbing up some of the little darts.
mhm.
The
And
shitty ones.
the shitty. And I think they take that dart and they throw it, and it's bullseye again. And they said, clear the board again. And they start going around, hands out, give me the money.
Oh,
Give me the money.
Smee goes, he like has this huge tankard of ale
Mm-hmm.
and he like swallows the rest of it down and slams it down. Double or nothing
And then
with his shitty dart.
I think Rin smiles and that old man.
Yes. All right, and because Smee is, he's used to being called old. He aged like a leather shoe.
I don't even know how old. I just said old man because I think cats or cat person doesn't care because they think
that's
that
real.
all humans look old.
So real. That's so real. So okay, Smee takes his first dart and he goes, "We're gonna line it up here. I was really good at this on the boat." And he like shoots it forward and it veers off into what the fuckland somewhere and hits like one of the outer rings of the board and he goes, "Huh.
Come on, old man. You could do better than that.
Maybe that ale is stronger than I thought. Let's try it again." Yeah. And it goes closer to an inner ring, but not the bullseye, nowhere fucking close. And he goes, "Hey, I lined that shut up perfectly. What's happening here? Let's one more." And he pulls out his final dart.
You can do it.
And he pulls out his final dart, lines it up, and it goes nowhere close to the bullseye yet again. And Smee goes, "Hey, there's something wrong with these dots. There's gotta be. Are you kidding me? I lined those shots up perfectly."
It's the drink. Maybe just not that good, old man.
"That good. I've cleared the pockets of everyone on my ship."
I think Mike Rin with poor brings out the dart, and I think there is like a apple. Would you say you can tell which one is the right one?
I would say there's like maybe like a very subtle like little mark or scratch on it. So like if you're looking for differences, you can find it. But if you're just looking to play darts, you can't see it. So if Ren's found it, Ren's found it.
I think they feel around for it, like they go to the they do all the show of like going through the darts, but they specifically feels like one that has like a groove on it that it's like you could tell that there's a groove in it because it's been something been enter it, so it could be like a magnetism to go to that part. So he goes in front of the old and he says first, "You want to bet on it?
I said double or nothing.
Let's triple it."
I like three. Three works.
And I think Ren looks at the old man and throws the dart without looking, and it's bullseye.
Call bullshit. How did you do that? You didn't even look at it.
Hey, it's the dart. I'm just a winner.
It's the dart. Hey! And you see he like tips over the cup of darts and like starts rifling through them looking for differences, but he's also drunk, so he's not paying attention to the subtle differences. So they all look the same to him.
I think as you do that and say, "Hey, old man," and like he gets in there too, so you don't mess up the darts.
And I think that's where the brawl starts.
Yeah, like I'm like
because they're like shuffling this
shuffle,
around.
and then it's like a Ren is like grabbing onto the old man and just like, "Hey, old man, stop, you're messing with my money. And
Hey,
then
you
just
turn
like,
me loose! Turn me loose! I'm being held hostage! Ah! And off he goes, and he's all fists and feet,
yep,
and
cat
it's
claws
paws and
out.
claws, and it's just those like that cartoon smoke ball where it's just like fists and feet and like all kinds of noises. That's what goes
You
down.
hear the hissing of a cat in the background.
Yeah.
Somewhere we hear just a meow.
Yeah, Fancy's loving this.
And Bobo is perched on the bar looking at Garen, who is looking very upset. But you see just fists, feet, claws, smoke, scuffling all over the place. The darts have knocked down. The dartboard is askew. A couple of stools have been knocked over. People are going, "Hey, man, we're trying to drink here. You're fucking up tables and whatnot."
Marble is spilling everywhere because it's like
Mhm.
now it's dripping out of Rin's pockets, like also carrying one dart that they've been holding back because they were about to take. Um um and they're just getting into it. Like
Mhm.
they want to take this man's face off. Okay. Okay.
I think what Katressa's been like at the bar, just like very pointedly, like not looking at that situation for a hot minute. I think Katressa's like, something's wrong with the board. Katressa's like cleaning a glass very intently. Something's wrong with the darts, just like stacking up, just like stacking up glasses. Um, and then when the
So
brawl starts and like stools are being kicked and like patrons start being like sort of jostled, I think that is when they will kind of like go like, all right, and kind of like try and cut in. Do I have anything? Do I have anything to
yeah,
use?
you have the breaking. There's prompts.
Delightful. Yes, I think I will probably use like one of like the props like prop glasses like specifically for this and just like very like loudly like walk over towards the fight and just like smash a glass like just like an empty glass like over a table and just have a good crashing noise, be like, break it up right now.
And you see Smee, like, he stops like mid punch. He's got a claw coming at his face. He's got his fist cocked back. His foot's at a weird angle, and he's standing on his tiptoes. And he goes,
Like, and Rin's like about to, like, his hand is right there, geared to like go for like the face again, and looks at the glass in like in shock.
I think Katressa did not think this far ahead, and they are not used to being the center of attention at all. So they just kind of stand there awkwardly for a second and just say, "Don't fight in the bar. Uh, take it outside." Standing so
Yeah,
awkwardly.
the Rin looking at you and looks at the old man. And I think Rin maybe at this time is a regular too.
mm.
So they are they really do enjoy this place. Like they like the strange drinks that Katressa has been putting together. Have been
Almost got
getting
her.
better. And they got a sour stomach. They don't even have a sour stomach.
Listen,
They
someone's
love
got her.
it. And they've been bragging about like these drinks are so interesting, so unique, and to anybody that they hear. And so like seeing that you saying like take it outside, I look to the old man and say, part two outside.
Mm. And Smee does not need asking twice. He like does like that to one of your arms, one last shot, and starts walking out of the bar.
And Chris like hold up a finger. And you know what? This has proven that some people just can't be trusted with this dartboard. So it's being confiscated until you both learn how to act like adults. Hand over the darts, and she'll hold her hand out.
Smee has no darts, but he has the nerve to look a little guilty, like a whipped pup a bit.
And Ren is like trying to struggle with the idea of giving you the darts because maybe it'll come back again, like the dartboard maybe come back again in the future.
Katressa staring directly at Ren.
Fine, and they take out of their like little pocket that they have one of the darts and hands it back to them like
Katressa
here.
snatches up the darts, walks over towards the dartboard, takes it off the wall, and this is going away until you guys learn how to behave. And she will put away the fucking rigged ass dartboard, lock it up somewhere so that will never ever be a problem again.
What in the carnival game hell is going on here?
Jasper
Hey.
has watched this whole thing happen and is looking at Cat like, you were the one who did that. Like, truly.
Katressa is looking directly at Jasper, just egging them to say something, anything at all.
Jasper doesn't. They just continue to watch this in front of them.
I think Leo like comes in. They've been like handling the back of the house for the meantime. They're not cooking, but they're at least like bringing out spare cups, like washing them and bringing them back to the patrons in the front, and they see that the stuff that they have built is like askewed with a like like from the chairs and the tables, and they look like at you holding the dartboard and says,
Staring. Deadpan.
"Hmm, so you're gonna fix this, right?"
Consider it fixed.
"No, the furniture."
Consider that fixed too. Ren and Smee here just agreed to offer their carpentry services to work off the tab for the damages.
Oh,
I think
perfect.
I hear them calling me on the ship.
No. And
Smee turns
the door slams.
The door slams.
It runs straight into the door
Oh
like
my- the door set, the shutter shut down.
Katressa
Oh,
snaps to one of the
no.
bards playing the corner, start playing boss music.
This is the final level boss right now. I said, "Oh no.
Do.
Oh, you're gonna help me fix everything in this place." And just like points to the table, and just like starts talking to Rin, talking to you like, I need to know what time you're gonna be available tomorrow to start fixing all of this. And just like in front of them, the scolding.
Grab a broom. Rin, you get the wash. Come on.
Why can't
come
I get the
on.
broom?
Don't you two start.
You want to do this again?
Claw slowly comes out.
Oh my god. They get spritz with water from Jasper. No.
No, not the water.
Smee snatches up the broom and goes grumbling. Goddamn cats can't stand cats. They're bad luck on a ship anyway.
Yep. Fancy's just looking at y'all. Yeah, bad luck. I mean, meow.
I mean, meow.
So yeah, I
Crazy.
think Smee starts like sweeping up the things that he knocked over, getting up the glass off the floor, and like readjusting the tables that him and Rin's fracas sort of displaced. A fracas. It's always fun to use that word.
They're like, I think because of Rin's kind of like ability, I'm thinking Rin is like also just like someone who maybe is just a day worker too. So they're just like, oh, let's glue together the chairs, I guess. Like, we got tape in here or nails. Well, what do you do? Like,
I can make an adhesive.
oh, like one of your drinks?
Yeah, one of them, they were just really good. Like, I got stuck to the inside of the bottle, so I
Yeah,
got
I
it formula
couldn't
for an
eat for
adhesive.
a week, but it was amazing.
You are so brave, and I really appreciate that. And Katressa will
Like
like go under the
hold his chest. Oh, he says touch.
Katressa goes under the counter
He's
and pulls
touched.
out a bottle of looking at his turn. It's like a bottle of like wood adhesive and like glue that they've discovered. Sets it proudly on the table, beaming.
I think they just help with any tables that needs to be stick together and everything. And I, I'm thinking Leo's not liking the glue situation, but it's something. It's something.
And that's
So
how
I
the other
think
night progresses.
there's like, I don't know. I feel like Garen comes out from the back after hearing all this bullshit, like this complete like disruption of what's the normal noises in the tavern, and he is cross. He sees Smee and Ren sweeping up the mess that they made. The noises of the tavern are back to the way that they used to be, but everybody's a little tense because there was just a fight in here for no reason. And Garen, after getting like following context clues, getting the tea from Bobo in specific because Bobo was sitting there, he like marches up to Rin and Smee, arms akimbo, and goes, "Now you say you're sorry." And I think Smee like grumbles of, sorry.
I think Ren looks at that Garen and says, "I apologize for what the old man did and has cause, but
Nope, nope. You said you apologize. That's enough. Thanks. Now get out. Tavern's closed for everybody. Good night.
get the hell out."
Yeah, Garen immediately starts kicking niggas out left, right, and center.
I feel like Garrett and um Leo was just like the whole time was like waiting on line to see these niggas get out the door
Yep, get
to make
out.
sure
Get the
no
step
one's
in.
out.
Once the
Out.
tavern is empty, Katressa will just say, I'll fix the dartboard.
Thank you.
Yes.
You have no idea how much profit that's made us up till this point. I mean, seriously, like
We
well worth it, well
can
worth it.
keep it. It's just if you're gonna
No,
break up
I
a
mean,
fight, cat, you gotta be confident.
I break up fights by stabbing people before they know I'm there. Social confrontations are new to me.
Mm.
You'll get there, cat.
Next
Okay.
fight, I'll break it up even better.
I think you did awesome.
Yeah, you did a great job. But
Mhm.
if you want to make more games that we will win, House always wins. Um, vary it up. We got darts now. We could do something else.
Like skee ball.
What is skee ball?
I don't know. Let's come up with it.
The invention of skee ball happens in this house.
Insane work at the Hearth and Holler new attraction, Skee Ball.
Skee ball. Okay. So that's a friendly tavern brawl. That one was a lot of fun. I like that one.
Deeply
That
fun.
was
It
good.
was
That was a
fun.
good choice to team. Okay. So
Thank you, dude.
last game I think we're gonna play tonight is probably wear and tear.
Yeah.
How we feeling, gang? Wanna
Liking
do
it,
some
liking it.
wear and some tear?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Hell yeah. Where is wear and tear
Wear and tear is on page 58, 59, if you're typing
anyway?
it in.
Aha! Yes, it is. Thanks, buddy.
But of course.
Okay. So
We have three things that we already did atmosphere, so we can level up our cuisine or service.
my personal vote is for cuisine. Just I can justify it this way. Um Garen has been farming produce in the back, which has made decent stuff already, but we have like an inn with Creed from Creed Seeds now, as well as Garen having preservation. What was it? Was that the thing? Hold on, let me look at my actual doohickey. Yeah, preservation. Make food taste better and last longer. So I think we've unlocked fermentation.
I can see that. We can't have shit food for long.
No, not at all.
We can't be a tavern to
Yeah.
have shit food. We can get by with just the four of us now. We can like upgrade service next time, get a couple of NPCs working here.
Yeah.
We have somebody. All right, Blue. Alix was putting with the idea of us leveling up our cuisine to level 2.
Mm. I got the preservation town experience, and we have a friend in the seed market now through Creed. Um, so I feel like because we potentially may have unlocked fermentation, um, and like aging and stuff like that, just off the strength of the fact that I have that town experience now. But anyways, I think we could upgrade our cuisine just based on the fact that we have access to more crops now through Creed.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay. So wear and tear. Anyone can play. Every player character describes what they're working on. So I think Garen is working on like a pickle fridge, like that can hold like pickled cucumbers, radishes, garlic, onions, that kind of stuff. Um, as well as making like a jerky table to like dehydrate old, like not old meat, but dehydrate seasoned meat and stuff onto. So I think that that's what he's working on. I'm gonna ask Leo to help me with this if that's okay.
Of course, they're already on it.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
They're making a fantasy fridge
Fantasy fridge. Fuck yeah. But
and
we need
like
like a kimchi fridge.
yeah, that's a box.
It's a box.
But I think they are building up the kitchen finally. Like they have now, they're learning the ability as they're going on. I think by now it's a solid. I'm giving time frame maybe month 7, about to go
Mhm.
into maybe a year, and it's been like really nice wise, but now it's getting into like um hurricane season, because
Oh
usually with
yeah.
island stuff is like that's a weather
Yeah, yeah,
day.
yeah.
So like bringing in stuff more to save, because they can't really go out that much if it's raining so much. They need somewhere to preserve stuff, so they're fixing up that part for Gavin to put bring in more of the crops, so it won't get like um waterlog, and just to have somewhere out. And Fancy is helping with anything that's left outside, and they have been making fertilizer for you.
Yeah, actually I think Fancy and Bobo could have worked on that as well. Because one thing about Bobo is very food motivated. So he would probably be chewing on the excess crops too, helping to create compost and whatnot, but also creating fertilizer too.
Bubble gonna be like that fox. I mean that thing that makes tea.
A thing that makes tea?
The serval that makes tea.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. We're not drinking cat ass tea. Thank you so much.
Oh, uh, yeah. That's
No,
what,
we good.
that's what, um, what's my character's name? Leo helps with. I know also Apple, um, what would you want to do?
Mhm.
What do you want to
Go
add
your
to it?
meter,
I
baby.
there we go. I think after the kerfuffle, the fracas, if you will, with the dartboard, I think that Katressa is working on new games. or at the very least, like a new-ish game. I think Katressa is trying to make like a specialized long table for the like fantasy version of beer pong.
Oh.
Um,
Yes. Ale pong.
Could
yeah, but
Jasper help
instead,
with that?
absolutely, would Jasper like to?
Jasper would. They love games. They love parties. This is right up their
Mhm.
alley. I think Jasper is like, what if we put a ring that they have to throw the ball through and we set it on fire?
You know, fire in an establishment of primarily incredibly like high alcohol content beverages
Hmm.
sounds like a fantastic idea. We should absolutely do that.
Right? And they will quickly weave together a little circle made of like wood, soak it in alcohol, light the bottle as we're like
Mm.
designing this beer pong course.
Yeah, like it's like half beer pong, half like one of those like what's that like old like board game with the headbands where it would like there was a ball that you had like get through the obstacle course and it would like the more you
Oh,
concentrate like headband or something like that.
mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't fucking recall what it was called.
I
Listen,
don't know what the name it is.
we're gonna put it in the link in the description. I'll find it and I'll send it directly to you.
Don't lie to these people.
Listen. Um but yeah, no, just designing a new little beer pong table because it's more fair than darts and it'll encourage people to buy more drinks, which still leads to more profit for the tavern. So that's what Katressa's working on with the help of
Smart,
Jasper.
smart, smart, smart,
Hmm.
smart. Okay. So with that, would we say that our I would say that our it was definitely our cuisine with the fridge and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like
fine with me.
we're just talking about what we all doing in this in general, but
Yeah.
we just, level up our cuisine. So I
Heck
guess
yeah.
next time we could think about
Our
who
service.
our service and who is our new chef.
Hell yeah. Okay. So we'll worry about
Mm-hmm.
that next
Have ideas.
time. I also have ideas. This is exciting. I love this game. Okay. So that was wear and tear. Uh we've come to the end of our stew pot session. We are in like month 8, somewhere thereabouts of Hearth and Holler. So we're nearing a year. We're Garen, Leo, Kat, and Jasper are really getting into the weeds here. We're having a good time. So we are going to go around one more time, introduce ourselves, and we will see you guys next Friday for more stew pot. So we'll start with Blueberry.
Hello. I've been the bluest berry. My pronouns are they them. I played Jasper Axsyn tonight. My sweet little gremlin, frankly. You can find me in the internet streets as Kyngvee, and that's King with the Y.
And
Should I?
Popcorn It, yeah.
I'll do it to Apple this time.
Hi, I've been the Apelegeuse. Um, yeah, no, thank you for watching. I've been playing Katressa. I am Apelegeuse on TikTok, barely, and soon to be on YouTube. So keep an eye out there. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will popcorn Satine.
I'm the biggest of the Sateens and the bottoms, and my pronouns. I was trying to be serious.
Adore
You
you
trying to
all.
Uh,
be serious after you said that?
uh, yeah, this is profession. Okay,
Got
professional.
it.
My name is Satine Bonnet, and pronouns my name and none. I was playing Leonius LaRuse, and you can meet me. Don't meet me there. You can see me at Blue Sky. And also I wanted to say, if you enjoyed our little show here and everything, hit up our coffee. Hit that up, okay? We got plenty of stuff on there too, and our rope thickness. And I'm just gonna lead it to Alix. I don't know where you at. I'm pointing in this direction.
I'm over here. I exist. I be in places. Hey, howdy, hi, y'all. My name is Alix. I use they them pronouns. I have been playing Garen Gruff tonight, and I agree. If you like the things that you've seen and you like any of the things that we've worked on at all this year, be sure to hit us up on coffee because we got even more stuff, and we have like bonus content for our content. So if you really want to hang out with the bards and really want to support us, coffee is the way to go. So, oh yes, last thing. You can check out the rest of Batty Pride's content. We have another show happening tomorrow on Saturday called Chasing Caspian. It will be episode 2 by the time this airs. So check out episode 2 of Chasing Caspian tomorrow on our Twitch, same bat time, same bat channel. And last but not least, we will be back here on Friday at the same time on the same channel to play more Stew Pot. So be sure to come and hang out with us then, and we will see you then. Say goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye. Toodaloo.
Evil Hat is going to be sponsoring us giving away 2 copies of Stew Pot. So what do you gotta do to enter? Well, firstly, you want to follow Evil Hat Productions and Batty Bards on Instagram and Blue Sky. Next, you want to enter the complete secret code. Once you have all the parts to the code, you can fill out the form that's going to pop up in the Twitch chat right now, or in the Batty Bards beacons, or in the YouTube description. Just a quick note, this giveaway is only for people in the US. Got all that? Episode 2's code word is "and." If you want the rest of the code, be sure to tune in next Friday for another episode of Hearth and Holler. Thank you again to Evil Hat for sponsoring this production. Please be sure to go to their website if you want to find games like Stew Pot or other awesome games like Girl by Moonlight or Monster of the Week or Apocalypse Keys. Oh, Apocalypse Keys is a good one. Happy Pride, y'all. Take care, be safe, and have a lot of fun. We are here.